Welcome back to another Explainer Focused Learners. Look, we're living in a world that is just chronically overwhelmed. I mean, we're moving at a million miles an hour, and everything, literally everything, is demanding our attention every single second of the day. So if you're sitting there feeling like you're doing a million things at once but somehow getting absolutely nothing done, well, let's fix that right now.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to reflect on your own habits for a quick second here. Are you actually multitasking right now, or are you just distracted? Seriously, think about it. How often are you, say, firing off emails while listening to an explainer like this one? Or maybe you're checking messages during a virtual meeting, or listening to a podcast while you're relentlessly scrolling through social media. In the moment, it feels incredibly productive, right? It feels like this amazing superpower.
But actually, scratch that. Neuroscience tells a much, much harsher story. See, you think you're multitasking. You think you're juggling all of life's demands like a total pro. But behind the scenes, your brain is really just switching. The science is absolutely clear on this. Jumping between tasks doesn't make you a superhero. Not at all. It just forces your brain to frantically grind its gears back and forth, over and over again.
Now, what's really interesting here is this concept called attention residue. It's a bit of a sticky scientific term, but it's crucial to understand. It's this phenomenon where a part of your mind just stubbornly stays attached to a previous task while you're trying to start the next one. And that leftover mental residue, that is exactly why you get slower and slower throughout the day. It's why we make more mistakes, and it's why by the time the evening finally rolls around, you feel completely mentally exhausted, even if you look back at your to-do list and realize, wow, I haven't really accomplished much at all. Because every single mental jump, it costs you.
And here's the truly dangerous part of this whole cycle. We've completely normalized this state of distraction. Constant switching, it just feels normal now. Complete silence, deeply uncomfortable. Doing just one single thing, it feels incredibly boring because we are so hardwired for massive stimulation. And that chaos is exactly when deep, meaningful focus just completely disappears from our daily lives.
Let's pause here. Just slow things down for a second, because losing focus isn't just about getting less work done at your desk. As the source material profoundly puts it, the biggest loss isn't productivity, it's presence. Think about that. This changes the way you experience your entire life. We're talking about losing life's most meaningful moments to a glowing screen. A deep conversation, a beautiful sunset, just sitting quietly with someone you love. None of those deeply human experiences can compete with a device that is constantly buzzing, just begging for one more tap.
When you look at the sheer volume of what distraction steals from us, it's pretty staggering. We start actively avoiding difficult conversations, mostly because they demand way too much sustained mental effort. Our natural creativity, it just fades away. We struggle to sit down and read a single chapter of a book without twitching for our phones like a caffeine addict needing a fix. It's crazy. Even finding the mental bandwidth to learn new skills becomes harder and harder. And this lack of presence, it bleeds directly into our deepest relationships. Come on, we've all experienced this, right? It's highly relatable, and frankly, it's pretty tragic. You're spending quality time with friends or your family, but the whole dynamic is just different now. Someone is always checking a notification. Someone is always reaching into their pocket. We might be physically together in the exact same room, but mentally, we are somewhere else entirely. So the crucial point is, how do we break this cycle? Well, if we look at the world's most successful thinkers and entrepreneurs, it's not like they have magically stronger brains than the rest of us. They just know one core truth. Deep, focused work creates extraordinary results, period. While shallow attention, that only creates ordinary ones. They achieve so much because they actively, fiercely protect their attention to create the space they need to think. These successful folks, they schedule uninterrupted blocks of work, and they keep their phones tucked away. Not because they think technology is evil, but because they treat attention as a limited currency. Think of it like cash in your wallet. Every single distraction you let into your day spends a little bit of that currency. And once you spend your attention on some meaningless notification, poof, it's gone. You simply cannot buy it back. Let's move to and see how this builds, because the fantastic news here is that your attention can be trained again. Your brain isn't permanently broken. You need to think of your focus just like a muscle, and like any muscle, you have to start small. Commit to doing just one thing, completely uninterrupted. And seriously, leave your phone in an entirely different room so you aren't just white-knuckling it and relying on willpower alone. I really want to emphasize this singular, highly achievable metric: 30. Just 30 minutes a day of reading, writing,
studying, or working. Just one single thing. No extra browser tabs, no music with lyrics playing, absolutely no podcasts in the background. Hitting that 30-minute metric consistently every single day is the exact targeted workout your brain needs to start rebuilding that weakened focus muscle. And while you're strengthening that muscle, you've got to completely flip the dynamic with your devices. Right now, you probably react to your phone, right? A ding goes off and you immediately jump to check it. No way. You need to teach your phone to react to your schedule. Stop checking every single message the exact moment it arrives. Turn off all those non-essential notifications. It's time to take your power back. Here's another incredibly powerful habit to help reclaim your focus: embracing boredom. I challenge you to try standing in line at the grocery store without immediately reaching for your screen. Try taking a long walk outside without any headphones. Actually let your brain become bored. We have got to stop immediately filling every empty, quiet second of our day with digital noise.
And this brilliantly illustrates the massive mindset shift we need. Modern society views boredom as the ultimate enemy, right? Like it's this agonizing state that has to be instantly eradicated with a quick hit from our phones. But the absolute truth is boredom is the beginning of creativity. Some of humanity's absolute greatest ideas were born in quiet, seemingly boring moments, not while they were endlessly refreshing a social media feed. Reframing our discomfort with silence is actually the secret gateway to unlocking our creativity.
But make no mistake, mastering this isn't just a one-and-done event. The battle for your attention is ongoing, and it is actively escalating every day. Technology is just becoming faster. Algorithms are getting smarter and smarter at hooking you. Notifications are becoming even more hyper-personalized. The world is going to keep right on asking for your attention every second of every day, which means you have to remain constantly vigilant. Because here is the bottom line. In a world where absolutely everyone around you is distracted, the person who can truly focus has an incredibly unfair advantage. The real challenge of our modern age isn't about learning more information. I mean, we've got all the information in the world right in our pockets. The real challenge is learning how to pay attention again. Because if you can master your attention, you can literally change the trajectory of your entire life.
So I'll leave you with this. The world is going to ask for your attention today. It's going to ask for it again tomorrow. So, will you freely give it away to whoever pings your phone first? Or will you protect the one limited resource that shapes every single decision you make, every dream you pursue, and every future version of yourself? The choice is entirely yours. Protect your currency.